Let's take a trip, let's take a trip. Let's drive off and be free. Let's take a trip, let's take a trip. Only you and me. I know you don't like this idea much, or the company I keep, so you can make your feelings known after the beat, 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 after the beat.
D, will you get that box for me?
This one?
Yeah. And maybe the other one behind it as well.
She hardly needs all of this.
She didn't say what she needed, just that she was passing through and she wanted to collect some more things.
And you really think that she'll want these mouldy headscarves? And what's this? A 1979 Pope John Paul commemorative flag.
Yeah, true. She already has that moving Pope yoke on her dashboard, doesn't she?
The papal bobblehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she'll manage.
What do you have there?
Nothing. Just the phone.
Oh,
It's weird, seeing dust on it.
I suppose, yeah. Just taking a well-deserved break.
Actually, I think I might join it.
Oh, you're a good help, you are.
It won't be too long. I just wanted to listen to some of her voicemails.
Oi.
Well, just in case, any old friends or even half-decent internet providers are trying to get in touch.
Is that not kind of invading her privacy, no?
Well, it's not like she's going to listen to them.
I suppose. Alright, anyway, I'm going to tackle the spare room.
You have 26 unread messages. The first message was left on Monday, 17th of February at 11:14 a.m.
Hiya Gina, it's Blaire here from Hidden Hearing Athlone, just calling to say that we have your BTEs here for you in store. Now you can pop in any day from 9 to 1 and 2 to 4. Yeah, that's 9 to 1 and 2 to 4, because we like to take a little breather from 1 to 2, and brush up on our Chinese whispers, react to a few of our favourite silent films, Anyways, we'll be here whenever you want to call in or get dropped in. Now, the only thing is, Gina, you do have to come in for them yourself. All this GDPR nonsense. And I know, Gina, what does it even mean? It's like JFK pops his clogs. Suddenly everything has to have at least 4 letters. I'm always telling my Frank now that soon we'll be spelling out our own names just to make an occasion of it. Like, how are you now, Frank? Not too bad, Blaire. And yourself? Sorry? What? No, I'm just leaving a message for a customer here. Oh, well, I'm adding a bit of chat, making it a bit personable. Yeah. What do you mean charged per minute? Sorry there, Gina. That's all from me. Looking forward to seeing less and hearing more from you soon, Right, bye.
This message was left Friday, 21st of February at 5:45 p.m.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Conor. Happy birthday to you.
Hi, Mum. Sorry, that was just our Conor ringing to thank you for his lovely birthday card. Think he's heard that song a few too many times today. Spoiled little man, aren't you? No? To think, Mum, that was only 36 months, 2 hours and 24 minutes ago today.
Mama.
Anyways, Mum, I wanted to say that you must come and visit us again soon. The 3 of us would just love to have you. And maybe Martin could even drive down to you this time. Or something. Anyways, Mum, we'll sort it all out. And of course, I need to hear all about this oh my god, this new stove. Yeah. Wow.
Mama.
Okay, anyways, Mum, I'll give you a buzz in a week or two or so. Okay? Yeah. Talk to you soon.
This message was left on Saturday, 7th of March at 4:15 p.m.
Mrs. Quinn, Pat McGrath here. Just to say I've taken another look at that stove and it's working perfectly now. I can't see any smoke there at all. In terms of the colour, I'm afraid there's very little I can do since you're Marie's young lad. John, is he? Well, only went and signed for the feckin' thing in green. But listen, I happen to have a friend from over the bridge beyond who's handy with an old paintbrush, so I'm sure once you're settled and smoking now again, he can sort something out for you at a very reasonable price. All the best now.
This message was left on Sunday, 8th of March at 11:49 a.m.
Do you think she'd ever answer the feckin' phone?
This message was left on Thursday, 12th of March at 7:05 p.m.
Hiya, G. It's Bridgie calling you here. I'm just after watching the 6 o'clock news, and I wouldn't mind having a little chat with you about something. But you haven't answered, and look, that's okay. I'll talk to you again. Okay, love.
This message was left on the same day at 8:33 p.m.
Hiya, Nan. I'm just heading for the train. Sorry, it's a bit mad up here at the moment, but I'll be stopping in the shop before I get the last bus, so do you want anything? I don't know now if Mam will let you into town for a while. Anyways, sure, have a think and I'll try calling you again. I might even just get on to John.
I've now got £10.
And if I hear nothing before 10, I'll get a few scones and a litre of milk. And listen, Nan, don't worry. This won't be for too long.
This message was left on Saturday, 14th of March at 10:11 a.m.
Hi Regina, it's Geraldine McMahon from Active Retirement Ireland here. I'm just doing a little ring around all of our members to see how everyone's coping. Just want to make sure that everything's going okay and that you have all you need. And listen Regina, it'll all be alright soon. As I've been telling everyone, we'll be back on Farley's coaches in no time. But until then, do keep your Lifeline wrist monitor close by, your phone charged and on your person. Try and get for a short walk daily or whatever your mobility can manage. Plan your shopping ahead of time, avoid rush hours. Keep in touch with your friends. Don't entertain unnecessary contacts. Take up a new hobby or make a head start on your gardening. Avoid sharp objects. Eat fruit, eat vegetables, drink water. Avoid open water. Wash your hands, don't fall in the shower, and most importantly, stay calm.
This message was left on Tuesday, 17th of March at 2:15 p.m.
Nanny G! It's Linda in London, just calling to check in. Mom said you're crawling the walls, which honestly is so fair, Nanny. But I won't lie, I'm loving this! Sitting here in my pyjamas on a Tuesday, clocked off at noon, and nobody can say a goddamn thing to me. Mom might have mentioned, or Auntie Colette, but you know my Tom, I ended it again last week, and, you know, it's a long story, I won't bore you, but honestly, I couldn't be happier. I mean, talk about timing. I'm back on Tinder, glass in hand, binging Sex in the City, and actually, Nanny, I probably shouldn't be telling you all this, but fuck it. You probably won't listen to it anyways. You can barely work the shiny green button. Actually, I could probably tell you anything just now, and you'd never hear it. Oh my god, this is gas! Okay, Nanny, guess what? Hot whiskey under the stairs that you won at the 2010 car raffle. Pure water. Well, actually, it's water with a little bit of fake tan thrown in, because you gotta give me some credit. I want the door to the spare room where Tom sleeps when he's here. You know, the one that I showed you on Skype? That's an emergency exit, Nanny. The only place that leads is straight to A&E. Oh, Nanny. Nanny. Oh, the white dust you pulled from my back jean pocket that time. That wasn't washing powder for unexpected stains.
This message was left on Wednesday, 14th of March at 6:32 p.m.
Hi, Mum. Colette here. Could you just give me a buzz back as soon as you can, please?
This message was left on the same day at 7:05 p.m.
Hi, Ma'am. It's Marie. I was hoping I'd get you on the phone, but Colette said you weren't answering. Listen, I know it's hard, it's hectic, and it's hopeless, and I know I don't understand what it's like at your age, but Ma'am, I think this is a terrible idea, and if you live, well, you'll live to regret it. That camper van doesn't belong to us, and someone else could come and lay claim to it any day. You even don't know what's in it or why it was dumped at our far gate. And Ma'am, even though, as someone said on Joe Duffy, and I thought this was very true, we are living in strange and unprecedented times. Even so, we can't overlook the threats that always persisted. I mean, there could be a bomb or a dead mink in the boot of that van. Plus, Ma'am, you're over 70 now. How do you plan on getting things like petrol or even food? They won't want to see you coming. When anyone over 50 comes into centre at the Cross, Dee says it's like playing that fecking wee tennis. Suddenly no one wants to be the one to serve. And this Bridget Muldoon, Ma'am. Sure, you don't know her a wet week. Only from the community bridge in Odd Caeley. I mean, the woman could be trying to shortchange you, rob you blind. You know this whole thing has left a lot of people out of pocket. Look, just think it over. We can all be around more and pull more weight. Sure, Dee and John would miss you, and what about the cats, Ma'am? There's no way you're bringing 3 cats and 2 OAPs in a camper van on the road. Look, Ma'am, please don't do this. Just pick up the phone or let John back in and we'll talk about it.
This message was left on Sunday, 22nd of March at 9:15 a.m.
Hi, Gina. It's Martin here. You know, your son-in-law. Yeah. How are you? I'm reaching out to you, Gina, because you see, my Colette she was quite upset when she heard about your great septuagenarian road trip there the other night. Yeah. Oh, she's quite concerned, Gina, and I can't help but see a great deal of logic in her reasoning there, you know. You're used to driving small roads, the rural, the scenic route, but travelling around Ireland now, Gina, you'll have to face onto the motorway at some point. And now, the motorway is quite a different beast. You see, I, myself, am a motorway commuter on the reg. You know, getting the best of both burbs, as the boys say in the office. But it's not for the faint-hearted now, Gina, if you see what I'm getting at here. And this isn't to say that you're not a very capable woman, Gina. Now, I happen to think you're among the most capable of women I know. But we're in a global pandemic now, Gina. You know, we've to leave the tennis skirts at home and lead with a strong left hand, if you see what I'm getting at here. It's not that we don't want you living out your ever-fading fever dreams, no, not at all. But it's not you. It's the world right now, Gina. It's this crazy climate. I mean, 1 minute you could be sleeping in your shitty second-hand RV, and next you've landed on top of the Wicked Witch of the East with only her slippers sticking out. If you catch my drift here, Gina. We watched that film every night this week. I'm I'm not sure why, but Conor just loves it. but just to circle back, now trust me, Gina, when I say I've talked to some people, run some figures, and frankly, this is just a non-runner. And I respect you too much not to say this to your face, Gina, so, I said I'd give you a ring, and then you didn't answer, and I was already fired up, so... But I know you'll make the right decision here, Gina, if you see what I'm saying, and, as always, great talking to you, Gina. Chat again soon.
This message was left on Tuesday, 24th of March at 9:55 a.m.
Hiya, Nan. Mum is just wondering what time you're leaving at. We've a few bits we want to give you before you go. And also, Nan, I just want to say that this is class. What you're doing, like actually class. I mean, I wish I could go with you, and obviously Mum will never let me, but I just can't wait to hear all about it. I'm really proud of you. And don't worry, we'll be there to see you off. You can give us a beep as you're pulling away.
This message was left on the same day at 11:22 a.m.
Hiya G, Bridgie here. The car is coming now in 15 minutes. A lovely man called Bernard, nice northern accent on him. I think we'll get along rightly. I'm just ringing to say that I found that bag of cat litter I was telling you about. So if I bring that, then you can leave your third one and bring the extra sheepskin blanket and that book about Father Brian Darcy. I know you're worried about Dougal and his recurring stomach problems. But can't we always buy more on the road? Anywho, I said I'd ring you because you know I'd only get excited and forget to say. And you know, Gina, I'm very excited. And more than that, really, I'm very lucky to have a friend to go with. Very lucky. A friend like you.
This message was left on the same day at 7:09 p.m.
Mrs. Quinn, Pat McGrath here. I took a look at that green stove of yours a while back. Come here, I don't want to be worrying you now, or whoever is at home, but I hadn't your Marie's number, and, well, my wife, couldn't help but notice a dodgy-looking van sitting at your gate around noon today. I'm sure you were inside with the telly on or something nice like that, Mrs. Quinn. But she said it was shocking. Like it was the driver's first time in the thing. Reversing over and back, stopping and starting. Couldn't get turned. And I'm only telling you this now. Not to worry you, but because there's awful stuff going on around the country at the moment. Bored young fellas preying on ladies who live alone. And this had all the signs of it, Mrs. Quinn. A busted up camper van not fit for road. My wife even thinks she saw it dumped locally a few weeks ago. They were causing a bit of a scene in the middle of the day. Not thought out at all, like. And I don't like telling you this bit, Mrs. Quinn. I really don't. But your man in the front was kind of dressed up. From a certain angle. Someone might say he looked a bit like yourself. Some nerve, Mrs. Quinn. Even had the audacity to beep at herself, as if it was all a big laugh. Makes me sick, Mrs. Quinn, it really does. Anyways, if your Marie or that John Izzy wants to give me a ring, I'd be only happy to talk to them. Could be handy for them to have my number anyways, Mrs. Quinn, even for future jobs and the like. You know yourself. All the best now.
This message was left Saturday, 28th of March at 3:45 p.m.
Nanny, you gas bitch! I'm just off the phone with Mom, exhilarating as ever. But she told me all about your little hot girl summer road trip, and honestly, Nanny, I'm sorry. I had you all wrong. All the time I was stealing your spirits, I should have been pouring you a glass. But that's what they say, isn't it? You know, all the podcasts and the self-help malarkey. It's the wild that breed the worried and the worried that breed the wild. Oh, but do tell me, what's the story with this Bridgie character? Is she as much fun as she sounds? Getting those men from the house share up the road to drive her around like taxi men at a discount? That's genius! I'd say the stories that woman could tell. And, come here. You and me now. Is there anything going on there? Do you know? I know you're old and I'm not supposed to ask, but come on, Nanny, we're all thinking it. Even Catholic cotton socks Colette. No one pays attention to the pulpit anymore, Nancy. You just do you, okay? Suppose you won't listen to this message or the last one? Actually, especially the last one. And if you do, Nanny, please know that I was going through it. Wee Scottish prick had my head in a blender. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but through my quarantine wine vision goggles, I think I realised something about myself. I think a small part of me really misses home. And no, Nanny, not the smells or the small town or even Mum or the sibs, but just home. The feeling of it. Yeah, sometimes I think I was too quick to up and leave, like I never really gave it a chance. Or you. I know John and Dee love you and even little Conor, but I sometimes feel like I miss that. You know, the real family bit of everyone together. Or maybe it happened and I just didn't stop to notice it. God, on the first plane to London, what was I like? I suppose in a way I'm like you, Nanny. I just wanted to get away.
This message was left on Tuesday, 31st of March at 2:15 p.m.
Dear customer 937016, I am calling to confirm that your Senior Times mail subscription has been cancelled. Your payment for the 2020 subscription, excluding the first 3 months which have already been delivered, will be refunded in full. If this cancellation does not come into immediate effect, please call 014969028. We're sorry to see you go.
This message was left on Saturday, 4th of April at 7:56 a.m.
John, for fuck's sake.
This message was left on Wednesday, 15th of April at 3:43 p.m. This message was left on Tuesday, 21st of April at 10:21 a.m.
No, Nan, you can't come to the phone right now, in fairness, Chuck. I wonder when I'll get that into my thick fucking head.
This message was left on Friday, 15th of May at 11:02 a.m.
Hello, Regina. I'm not sure if you can hear me now. I wouldn't be too used to this phone calling crack. No, my Deirdre here, the care lady. Yeah, she handles a lot of these kind of things, so she does. But she's not here at the moment, so I said I'd give you a ring. Yeah, it's Jim, your brother Jimmy. James here now. Calling all the way from Tip, so I am. All the way from Tipperary. Yeah. So, Jeannie, I'm keeping well here, so I am. 'Cause I'm walking up and down out front, and they've flowers, Jeannie. All the lovely flowers of May. Pansies as yellow as the shining sun. But you know what? They haven't those lovely cowslips. You know, the cowslips we used to find in behind the old boiler house and pretend they were buttercups. Do you remember? I'd hold them under your chin and tell you didn't like butter, so I could have yours for tea. Oh, we'd good fun then, hadn't we? That old boiler house. You might think me odd, Jeannie, ringing you now after so many years, but I I don't think of that stuff now. I don't think of it at all. I just think of you, Jeannie, walking in Mayflowers, and I wonder if you ever think of me when walking in yours. I've got to go now, Jeannie. Dinner is soon now, so I've got to go.
This message was left on Wednesday, 29th of May at 10:33 a.m.
Do you know, Nan, you're being taken off speed dial, and I don't like doing it, but I didn't ask you to drive off into the sunset, so... What am I doing?
This message was left on Tuesday, June 16th at 9:17 p.m.
This is so stupid, actually, so stupid, Nan. And I know you can't work your mobile yet either, but the thing is, I'm not sure I'd even want to talk to you if I could. I just want someone to listen and say nothing. Is that okay? I think I might drop out of college. Or even not like totally drop out, but I try go off books or switch course or switch college or something. These last few months really haven't been for me. And I know no one's having a good time, but I just hate this. I hate this stuff I'm learning, this stuff I'm turning in, and everything has gotten so serious, and I don't think I'm in the right place, or even if I'm able for what I'm trying to do.
Message deleted. This message was left September 29th at 5:20 p.m.
Hiya, Nana. Oh, Conor, lovey. It's not that old phone. Granny Quinn has a mobile now. Come over here and let me hang that one up.
No, I'm talking to Nana.
No, darling, we'll talk to Nanny now in a moment. Come here, look, it's this one.
No, I'm going to talk to Nana on my own phone.
Ah, Conor.
This message was left on Sunday, November 8th at 5:57 p.m.
Hi Regina, it's Geraldine McMahon calling you here. I'm just getting back in touch to let you know that the monthly Botany Book Club, Weeding Between the Lines, will be returning virtually in the new year. Now, we'll be using this Mr. Zoom. God help him having to put up with our nonsense, but we'll see how it goes. The reading will happen the very same, Regina. You'll be given your title, have a long month to read it, and then a few hours to put something sour in the fridge to chill. As far as the gardening goes, we can take pictures and send them to each other on the WhatsApp. We'll figure it out. Anyways, we've lots of times to acquaint ourselves with all this codswallop, but if you want in on the next round of reads and weeds, do let me know before Sunday even and next. I just start making out the agendas.
This message was left on Sunday, 6th of December at 5:46 p.m.
Hi Regina, it's Geraldine McMahon calling you here. I'm not sure if you've been getting my messages, but I just wanted to extend my deepest, most heartfelt condolences at the passing of your dear brother James. I'm terribly sorry, Regina. I had no idea that you still had a sibling alive and all the way in Tipperary. Oh, that must have been tough. Anyways, I won't go there, Regina. No, I promised myself I wouldn't, so I won't. But I would just like to say, on behalf of myself, the women of the Botany Book Club, the wider active retirement community, the local tidy towns and jazzercise, we're all here for you, Regina. You take your time now and listen, if we don't hear from you for the first few Zooms, that's alright. All in good time, love. You take care now.
This message was left on Monday, 21st of December at 4:46 p.m.
Go vorrid Jeer and Kane Huinuishif. Michel Ruaile Buaile here to tell you that your 12-month subscription to Ireland's Own, Ireland's favourite family magazine, is Beag nach Creeknahe, with something for everyone every week. Our pages are jam-packed with Gemma Grant's visit to Odhran Castle as part of her Castles of Ireland series. Traditional treats from Marjorie's kitchen, our historical investigation into the time the Nazis arrived in Kinsale, the barking mad antics of Pete's Pets, and our very own David Mullen's nervous drive across the seabed to Homey Island. So, Brustig, get your subscriptions in. Your week wouldn't be the same without it. And remember, Níl Tintan, mar the Hintan.
You have no new messages.
So did you find what you're looking for?
I'm not really sure what I was looking for.
Well, then, are you happy with what you found?
Do you think she was right to do it?
To go off on the road?
Yeah.
For a long time, no. I mean, for a long time I was very angry, you know. Having minded her for the last few years, I thought we'd find her dead in a car park somewhere. Or on the side of the road. Or worse, find the both of them with only the cats to keep vigil.
Oh, Jesus, John.
I did. But then, you know, she stayed going. And I think after a while I realised she never actually asked to be minded, you know. I think all she wanted was just to go on. Living independently for a little while longer. Or, well, as long as she could.
And do you think she will?
What?
Go on.
Living on the road or just living?
I don't know. Either. Maybe both.
Oh, I can't answer that, Dee. But I do think that whatever the answer is, it's probably roughly the same for both the questions.
I hope so. I suppose the only beeping she wants to hear for a long time yet is the traffic on the dual carriageway.
Jesus, her on a dual carriageway doesn't bear thinking about.
Well, it could be worse.
How?
We could be the two papal bobbleheads.
After the Beep, written by Emer Tyrrell and directed by Emer Tyrrell and Ceola Daly. Starring Odhran Exton as John, Roisin Daly as Dee, Nuala Whittle as Blaire, Colm Ryan as Conor, Molly Cavanagh as Marie, Callum Byrne as Martin, Grace McEntee as Linda, Karl Noble as James, Jess Fitzsimons Kane as Geraldine, Caelinn Bhroin as Colette, Stephen Michel as Pat McGrath, Shirka McCongle as Bridgie, Cathal Crowley as Micháel Buaile, and Gloria Roberto as the automated voice. Sound designer Johnny Mason, publicity Grania Dalton, management Abby Fry, and assistant management Cornelia Kruger.